In a television studio, shows Phil Hartman and Norm Macdonald sitting in chairs. Hartman: "Hello, I'm Hill Fartman, and welcome to our 17th installment of SNL's Crazy Critics, where one of our critics will critique the last SNL episode. Joining us this week is former SNL cast member, Norm Macdonald. Welcome, Norm." Macdonald: Well, thank you, Fartman. It's not my turn in the rotation, but the other critics were kind enough to let me skip ahead so I could critique this episode, hosted by my former SNL castmate and dear friend, Molly Shannon. Hartman: "Very good. What did you think of the cold open?" Macdonald: "I didn't catch it." Hartman: "Wait, you're supposed to be critiquing the show and you didn't watch the cold open?" Macdonald: "I was busy with some spiritual matters, Sure you understand. But a good pal of mine is going to cover the cold open critique. Jesus Christ." Jesus comes out. Applause, applause, applause. Hartman: "Very well. Jesus, what did you think of the cold open?" Jesus: "Aren't you going to wish me a happy Easter?" Hartman: Of course. Happy Easter, Jesus." Jesus: "Thank you." Hartman: "So, the cold open?" Jesus: "As you can imagine, I was very delighted to see SNL portraying my Last Supper, and I thought Mikey did a great job portraying me, the Lord and Savior." Hartman: Jesus: "Yep, it's good to get some recognition from time to time. I mean, I only died on the cross for everybody's sins." Hartman: "Right. Any other thoughts?" Jesus: "Well, I was excited to see where it was going to go. I liked Molly's portrayal of Judas, and then they brought in James as Donald Trump. And if there's one man who I really get a kick out of, it's former President Trump. So I was very happy with the sketch." Hartman: "You didn't take offense to Trump comparing himself to you?" Jesus: "No, not at all. As you may know, I love everybody, even Trump. And I found it funny, him continuously looking behind him and critiquing Mikey's hand gestures. It was great all around. It's just nice being remembered, especially this time of year, around my birthday." Hartman: "I thought that was Christmas." Jesus: "Oh, right, I meant my death. Can we edit that part out?" "No, you know what? Never mind. I'm human after all. And God. It's a whole thing." Hartman: "Okay, Jesus Christ, everybody." Jesus leaves. Applause, applause, applause. Hartman: "Okay, Norm, were you able to catch Molly's monologue?" Macdonald: "Yep." Hartman: "Okay, feel free to start critiquing it." Macdonald: "Well, it was great, She started to sing about her issues. Then all those cast members came out and mentioned their issues as well. And then wouldn't you know it, there was a double cameo from both Lorne Michaels and Martin Short. Now, Lorne said he didn't have any problems, unlike when I was there and he had to deal with my O.J. Simpson obsession. And Marty said he ran out of Ozempic, started stuffing down a burger. And then the cast and Marty came out with Molly and finished off the song, so I thought it was great. Great seeing Marty out there, one of my favorite comedians. Hartman: "Very good. And how about the first sketch after the monologue, Valets?" Macdonald: "Well, this sketch involved valets." Hartman: Macdonald: "Yep. And therefore it was a good vehicle for Molly to show off her comedic chops." Hartman: Macdonald: "Get it? It was a good vehicle for Molly to show off her comedic chops. And she did great. Her nervous energy telling the customer she actually was in love with them. Very funny. Like I said, it was a good Hartman. We get the joke, Norm. How about the video sketch, Janine Darcy? McDonald. Well, Molly brought back her character, stand-up comedian with a mullet, Janine Darcy. Hartman. Yes, and what did you think? McDonald. Don't get me started. Don't even get me started. Hartman. Okay, and how about the next sketch, pregnant coworker? McDonald. Well, it was great, you know. Started out with a baby shower party for Molly at an office, where her coworkers were giving her gifts, until the big reveal that she wasn't actually pregnant. She just hadn't farted in a very long time. Hartman. Moving on, McDonald. The gas inside her body made it appear that she was pregnant. But then when she let out a fart, she no longer appeared pregnant. Who knew farting could be such a great abortion procedure? Hartman. Right. Anyway, McDonald. What next? Is Texas going to outlaw farting? Fartman, Hartman. We have a lot to get to, Norm. McDonald. She then ate a catfish Sliner, and she was once again pregnant, much to the chagrin of those baby-killing leftists. Hartman. We asked you ahead of time to not get political, Norm. McDonald. Attica. Hartman. How about the next video sketch, Molly Shannon 2K23? McDonald. Well, I loved it, you know. It was the Please Don't Destroy guys being discovered by Molly playing the video game of Molly. And I liked showing the old games, as they said they'd been playing since they were kids, including Shannon 95 for PlayStation, which I got a kick out of, you know. And then Molly started to play it and got all into it and made her character a rapist. Hartman. You mean a rapper? McDonald. I'm pretty sure that that's a racist term these days, Hartman. The proper terminology is rapist. And during her raping, she made a Mary Catherine Gallagher reference, an all-time iconic SNL character. So I love seeing Molly being a rapist, doing a bunch of raping. Hartman. We're going to move on to the next sketch, the play. McDonald. Well, this was very creative and funny. It involved Heidi as a playwright. Seeing her play with her boyfriend, Devin, and Heidi said it was based on her life. And Molly played her character on stage. And we got to see her portray Heidi's character's extremely slutty past, much to the chagrin of Devin. Hartman. I don't think it's appropriate to call her past slutty. McDonald. Now wait just a minute. By calling her a slut, I'm not shaming her. I'm just calling a spade. Hartman. There's no need to drag David Spade into this. What did you think of the Jonas Brothers musical performance? McDonald. I thought they sucked. Hartman. Excuse me? McDonald. No, I'm just giving them a hard time, you know. They're old friends of mine. They were great. It was a great performance. Hartman. They're your old friends, huh? McDonald. That's right. They asked me to be the fourth Jonas brother once upon a time. But all the song lyrics they came up with involved O.J. Simpson So they fired me. Hartman. Uh-huh. Anyway, how about Weekend Update? McDonald. I was once on Weekend Update. Once upon a time. Hartman. Yep, we know, Norm. So what did you think of this iteration? McDonald. I thought it sucked. Hartman. Really? McDonald. No, not really. It's just a callback to my Jonas Brothers analysis. But it was great, you know. Those two, Seth Meyers and Jay Farrell, they do a great job. They make me proud. Hartman. It's actually Colin Jost and Michael Che. McDonald. No, I don't think that's right. Anyway, turns out Jafar from Aladdin is gay. Did you know that? Hartman. I guess I do now. What did you think of the performance? McDonald. Well, I wasn't sure if Bowen had the range to play a character who was gay. But boy, he really pulled it off. I bet he got a lot of female ass after the show with that performance. And then Punky did a great job playing a gay woman, or as they're often called, a lesbian. Hartman. I don't think they made any mention of Angel Reese's sexual orientation. McDonald. What are you talking about? She was playing a women's basketball player. You know they're all gay, don't you? Hartman. You're going to get this show canceled talking like that. McDonald. Well, just be thankful I scrapped the Don Imus reference. Anyway, Heidi then came out and did a great job as the gay woman at work who was busy doing nothing. Hartman. Why do you keep presuming these characters are gay? McDonald. Are you kidding me? You saw the hair. She looked just like Jane Lynch. So I was proud of Weekend Update, you know, for making a lot of jokes at the expense of gays. As I used to tell a lot of gay jokes back in my day. Hartman. I think you're projecting. But anyway, how about the next sketch, drug commercial? McDonald. Well, this was a great sketch where they had Molly, Ego, and the other Molly playing a bunch of lesbians dancing in a commercial for vaginal medicine. Hartman. Where are you getting that they were lesbians? McDonald. Well, now I'm just fucking with you, Hartman. But it was great, you know. Straight or gay, between them and Keenan's hilarious warnings about the product, which he failed to say the name right, it was a great sketch all around. Hartman. Okay, and how about the Jonas Brothers' second performance? McDonald. I thought it was pretty gay. Hartman. Okay, enough of that, Norm. The LGBTQ plus group is going to have a field day. McDonald. Who? Hartman. The LGBTQ plus group. McDonald. Who the hell's that? Hartman. Never mind. Moving on, McDonald. Because, you know, I'm familiar with the 2S LGBTQIA plus group, but not whatever you said. Hartman. Anyway, how about the next sketch with Sally O'Malley? McDonald. Well, it was great, you know. Seeing Molly bring back her iconic Sally O'Malley character. Especially the character's camel toe. I loved it. And my dear old friends, the Jonas Brothers, they were great in it too. Very pronounced camel toes on them. Hartman. Okay, and finally, the last video sketch, CNN app. McDonald. Well, this is a great spoof on Trump haters, as they're able to get soothing audio of anti-Trump rhetoric to get them through the fact that the case against Trump is weak. And Molly was great as Maggie Haberman. I was happy to see them put that on in front of an audience of mostly Trump haters. So anyway, Molly did a wonderful job, and I love seeing her back on SNL. And Dead from the Earth, we're not a lie. It's Saturday Not a Lie, starring John Belushi, Chris Farley, Phil Hartman, Jan Hooks, Norm MacDonald, Gilda Radner, Donitra Vance, along with many other special deceased contributors. Musical guest, Ryuichi Sakamoto, and your host, Michael K. Williams. Everybody, Michael K. Williams. Applause, applause, applause. Williams. Thank you, thank you. I'm happy to be here. I was an actor who was in many films and television series, but I, of course, will always be remembered best for my role as Omar Little in the television show The Wire. Applause, applause, applause. Williams. Omar was an incredible character who was like a Robin Hood in the Baltimore streets, who held up only drug dealers and did not harm innocent civilians. And his homosexuality contrasted sharply with the typical notions of machismo attached to violent criminals. John Belushi and Chris Farley come out. Belushi. Hey, Michael. Williams. Hey, fellas, what's up? Farley. So, do you have any idea what happened to Phil Hartman? Williams. Now, why would Michael know what happened to Phil Hartman? Belushi. Well, see, Phil's our weed dealer, Farley. And he said he couldn't help us this week because Omar was in town. Williams. Michael is not Omar. You feel me? Farley approaches Williams and starts to feel him up. Williams pushes Farley off of him and says, "What do you think you're doing?" Farley. "I thought you said to feel you." Williams. "No, that's not what I meant, son. I'm saying I'm not Omar. I just played Omar." Belushi. "Okay, well, we respect that, Michael. It's just that we couldn't help but notice that you have Phil tied up in your dressing room." Cuts to Williams' dressing room, where shows Hartman tied up, who yells, "Somebody help! Help me, please! I just deal a little weed to my friends. You gotta help me!" Cuts back to the stage, where Williams says, "I guess you got me then. What can I say? It's all in the game, yo. It's all in the game." Now, is Michael going to have a problem with you two? Or are you going to let him get back to his monologue? Belushi and Farley get scared and run off stage. Williams. "Hey, folks, what can I say? A man's got to have a code, and mine includes messing with drug dealers. Anyway, we have a great show tonight. Composer Ryuichi Sakamoto is here. So get ready to hear how only love can conquer hate. We'll be right back.